Let me tell you something. A driver don't pick the car. Car pick the driver. It's a mystical bond between man and machine. It's a mystical bond between man.
What's up, you beautiful collectors and action figure fans? It's the one and only Optopotamus coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Offroad Bumblebee. Yeah, another Bumblebee figure. But a lot of them recently have been pretty cool, and this one looks pretty cool as well. For the package, obviously you have the Transformers text with the Generation logo right up there. You can see that this is how Bumblebee appeared in the Transformers Bumblebee movie, specifically in the off-road sort of the alt mode. Come around to the side, up close image of them. Other side here has a more pulled back image of him. Back of the package has the product shots of him in his robot mode as well as his vehicle mode that he transforms in 26 steps. In a 1 sentence read up that says Bumblebee goes toe to toe with Blitzwing in a canyon shaking battle. And of course, this is an officially licensed product by Jeep. But for the packaging on this guy, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. Alright, so here we have the off-road Bumblebee opened up out of its packaging and obviously in his vehicle mode. And I haven't done this in a while because most of them are always the same. This one I want to say is a new one, but this is that scene right before Bumblebee ran into the mine and just before Starscream. Alright, I know it's not Starscream. It's Blitzwing. Whatever, it looks like Starscream. Right before he comes in and starts shooting up everybody. That's actually pretty nice. I like that one. You got the Transformers Bumblebee logo there. Studio Series number 57. Basically it's just a cardboard backdrop, but wish they were bigger just so they can fit in my display cases, but you know, whatever. Now, coming in to take a closer look at the B-Man. Now, this is actually a really very good toy. He's tiny. I mean, he's a deluxe figure, so, I mean, he's going to be kind of tiny, but when they call him an off-road vehicle, he's a Jeep. And they did a really bang-up job with this. The only thing that I wish they would have done differently, I guess, would have been a little bit more dirt on him. I mean, these are the Studio Series figures, right? So they're supposed to be big screen inspired. I feel like they blew their paint budget on other figures or something and they just went with like yellow plastic pretty much with it. Well, yellow and black, but well, not even really black. I mean, like this is a really kind of dark brown that almost looks black. But a nice wash over him would have been pretty cool. I mean, we complained about like that dirty look on the Siege figures. If you put some of that on him, I think it would have worked really nicely. One accessory that a lot of people don't talk about that he comes with is a little tiny John Cena figure. He's right there. You might not be able to see him. Yeah, I did that joke. But for his actual accessory, he does come with this. It pegs in underneath here. You got like these little slot things in between there that these little posts plug into. It's a little bit precarious to get it to fit in there. Kind of have to make sure that they're squeezed together and then you just friction it in. This is another thing that I'm a little bit critical about. While it's nice and it's done in this brown plastic, he never used the cannon arm when he was in this mode. He primarily used that little like sword weapon that came out of his arm. So again, Studio Series, big screen inspired. He didn't use this when he was like that. It's a cool looking weapon. I like it. But I just rewatched the scene and it was always that blade. So little unfortunate that they chose to go with this. It's still a nice accessory, just not movie accurate. But the vehicle mode is really nice. I mean, the tires roll pretty well. You do have this little cockpit area with the seats. You can, maybe if you had a little like Titan Master or something, you could maybe fit him in there. It might be a little bit difficult because the legs are a little bit bulky, but still, I mean, really very cool. I do absolutely love the way that this guy looks. Now, for his transformation, it's fairly simple, but it definitely does some really cool things that we haven't seen on a Bumblebee figure. And we've had like a gajillion of them. First, what you want to do is come around here to this, well, let's take these. You want to pull these out from the side, kind of straighten those out. They tab in, you got a little post right here that tabs in along the side, so just get that kind of out of the way. These, you want to pull away and kind of loosen from the main portion of the body. Do that on both sides. And then this part you do want to be careful with. You want to separate this, but kind of like pull and then lift, because you can kind of, I don't know if you can see that. It's got a little hook piece that locks in, but I feel like just pulling it straight up, and that's a very tiny piece of plastic. That makes me nervous about breaking over time. Come on to the other side, do that on that side if you haven't already, and then split these pieces. Kind of pull this, and then split that just like that. Then come around here to this back section, and you want to pull this from the body, and then rotate that down. You got a double hinge here, so bring that up, and then rotate that all the way around like that. Do that on this side as well. Separate that, and then bring this down on that hinge, rotate it around. You can then take these, and these will lift up along the back section. Come down here, you can kind of keep that separated. Then take this piece here, you want to accordion this up and put that right there along the back. Come around, get those arms out of the way. To this section, this piece here will rotate around. Oh, sorry. Make sure you take the seats and collapse those down. Come around to this section. This piece here, along with the tire, rotates around. And then on the inside here, you have a little post that's going to lock into a little slot section right there. So just hinge that back, put that in, and then rotate this piece around to the legs. And then bring this piece down along the side, then kind of straighten out the leg. Do that on this side as well. So lift this, bring this all the way around, tab this piece in like that, and then fold the tire down into that little cavity. Then bring this piece all the way down, and there you have his legs done. Kind of straighten those up and angle those just for some dynamic flair. Come around to this back section, take this, lift this up, and then, well, this part's a little bit tricky. You kind of have to wiggle and pull here. You got to lift this piece up, but that tabs in really tightly, so again, some of these I get a little bit nervous with, and I don't have very good fingernails, so there we go. Pull that away, and then hinge that back like that. You can take that, lift that up just like so. You got these arms, come around here to this, take this piece, fold that down, and then you have his head inside here. You want to rotate this out and around, bring that all the way down just like that. Come around to this intersection here, fold these pieces out, and then collapse this grill down, and oh look, there's another grill. Then straighten these bits out, kind of pull these arms all the way back, and then collapse this back there. Put that head all the way down like so. Rotate his arms at the elbow, and then make sure you take this, collapse that all the way in, and that'll friction tab into the back section. And when you're done, there you have Bumblebee in his really very cool looking robot mode. God, I love this toy. This thing looks incredible. Like I said, we've gotten, I don't even know how many Bumblebee figures by this point in time, but I am just absolutely amazed at how Hasbro is able to, over and over, seem to kind of reinvent things and give us good action figures with this. I mean, they nailed the overall look of this guy. The only thing that's, okay, this is a stupid nitpick that he doesn't have is he doesn't have his little wings, which in some scenes he did, some scenes he didn't. So it doesn't bother me really all that much. But I feel like they could have done something with this to kind of give us the little wing look, but wow, this guy is just super awesome. Let's do some size comparisons. Now, obviously, here he is. And here he is when he takes the shape of the Volkswagen, and then, of course, the classic Camaro. And, I mean, this is a great group of figures. I mean, I know, we complain about how many Bumblebee figures that we get. But through the years, I mean, the only one that I guess kind of stands out as not being kind of matching all of this would be this guy. But, I mean, hey, it is what it is. But honestly, I'm super happy with this. They really did impress me. Now, you can't take his weapon. Now, like I said, this is a minor complaint that I have. It's still a great weapon. You take it and you can have him hold it. where it actually looks like it transforms from his arm and hand, and that's pretty cool. But realistically, it should have been a sword. They could have easily have done that and had it be in this hand or whatever. That's a little bit disappointing, but I still like it as a weapon. For storage form, though, other than that, I don't know. They say that you like take this. I guess you got like a little split here that they say to just kind of wedge on the back section here, like that. I mean, you got a slightly thinner piece right there that they tell you to put it there. Maybe it'll look better on this side. I don't know, because you got more. Either way, that's where they tell you to store the thing. It is what it is. First articulation, the head is on a swivel, so you can get it looking left and right. I guess maybe you could say that his head sticks a little bit further than where his neck is. Doesn't bother me too much, but does look a little bit weird at some angles, especially when you go like that, but it's not bad. The shoulders here are on ball joints, so you get a nice full range of motion there. You got a swivel at the just above the elbow. Very soft ratchet joints. Only, I don't even know if they're ratchet. They kind of look like ratchets, but they mostly feel just like stiff hinges for the most part. You do have a waist rotation, which is really good. You do have ball joints here for the hips. You also do have a upper thigh rotation. You got a nice bend here at the knee. The ankles do move forward and back a little bit, mostly kind of as part of the transformation. You got that double hinge going on there, and then really big ball joints at the lower portion of the ankle, so you can get some crazy dynamic poses with him. I'm not good at posing. You guys know that, although that does look kind of cool. Here, let me put the hand in there, or the gun thing in there. I mean, that's pretty cool looking. I dig that, I guess. So all the articulation that you could potentially want is pretty much there. I'm happy with this guy. Most of the time, my Bumblebee figures that I get from the movie Bumblebee don't stay in my collection. I don't really know why, to give you an answer to that, but this guy, I gotta find a place for him, because he's just so tiny, he's so fun, he's one of the most adorable Bumblebee figures that we've gotten, and that kind of goes to the overall design from the movie. I mean, even Bumblebee like this was pretty darn adorable. So I gotta figure out something. Now, to transform him back, we're gonna straighten out the head, straighten out his arms, do all that fun stuff. Take this section, fold this down, and then take this, rotate this. Oh wait, get that out of the way, kind of fold that forward like so. Bring this up and over, and then you bring the two halves on the inside and just kind of nuzzle them right there in that section. Then you can come around to the back, pull this piece away. That will kind of loosen this up. And then at the same time, want to take the head, straighten it, have them look straight up, and then rotate it all the way back till it's flat along the back piece here. Get that all the way down there just like that. And then you can bring the arms down like so. Get these arms a little bit forward, and then bring this up, and you got two little posts here and here that are going to lock in to his arm area right up here. Just give that a nice little push and bring these down again, just kind of get those out of the way. Then take this whole section, fold this up. Now it'll lock in here along the side, but you do have to push down fairly hard, so I'm going to lift this up and bring that back, bring this back. Just kind of push fairly hard along the sides to get that gap closed. That's going to look pretty good. Just get that down there, and that you can kind of fiddle with that here in a little bit. Come down here to the legs, take the feet, rotate them all the way around, just like so. You can take these, fold these bits down, and then come to the side here. Take this. This is going to lift forward like that, and then bring the back section here all the way around and out, and then that's going to come around just like that, real nice and easy. And then bring the foot up on that double hinge, and you got two little posts right on the side of his feet that are going to line up with the inside of this panel. When you do it right, it's pretty easy. Otherwise, you have a hard time. There we go. Come on. Come on, Paul. Do it. Come on. What are you doing? You're killing me here, Paul. Get that in there. There we go. Just squeeze that in there so it's nice and flush right there, and then you can bring that piece all the way up like that. Then bring the seat, back. Do that on this side as well. So we're going to lift this side panel up just a little bit, straighten out the tire, and then rotate that entire thing all the way around. Come on. There we go. Bring that all the way around, just like that. Get that kind of up there. Then bring this foot up along this section. See how easy that was? Why couldn't you have been as easy as that one? Lift that up like so. Bring that up. Bring the seat up. There we go. And then take this whole section. This part's kind of pointless other than like filling in the gap here in the bottom. Literally has no purpose. But otherwise, if it didn't, we would complain that there's a hole right there. So that piece just kind of sits there to kind of fill that gap, which that's pretty good. And squeeze that together. Bring this. Squeeze that together. So now you got those two halves together like that. Straighten that up. This piece here. Make sure that you keep this, the thigh section, as straight as possible. And then you're going to bring this in. Then again, you have to kind of lift and slide that back. Now you got a, on the inside here, you can kind of see it right there. That little post needs to go into the side of the thigh. So give that a good squeeze while also squeezing in up here. Do that over here as well. Straighten that. There we go. Get that hooked in. And then if you have everything kind of tabbed in proper, that will lock in. There we are. Just like that. You can straighten this out. Put that all the way down. Then come down here to the arms. You want to rotate them around so that the bottom of the fist is going to be facing towards the bottom. And then that's when you see those little posts. And then just bring that in. It's going to line up on the inside right there. And then just give that a nice little push. Give that a nice little push. You can also take this. Like I said, you got those little posts right here that you can line up and kind of squeeze everything together. It's, I think I used the word precarious. I would also use the phrase pain in the butt. So there we go. There we go. Just like that. Straighten all that. And when you're done, oh, see that popped out. So make sure that stays nice and, woo! Not supposed to do that. But keep all that squeezed in there. But when you're done, there you have Bumblebee back in his Jeep mode. Now, is this the best Bumblebee figure that we've ever gotten from the movies? No. But it is possibly one of the most fun. Vehicle mode wise, I think they did a great job. The only thing I wish was done differently would have been some extra paint applications just to give them that dirty sort of look. And as I said, being part of the studio series, that's something that we kind of expect on these figures. And it's definitely lacking here, which is unfortunate. But it's still a good toy. Transformation is fun to do. There are some elements that are similar-ish, but there's enough done differently that this guy is super fun to transform over and over again. And then when you get to that robot mode, like I said, he is absolutely adorable. The toy captures that wonderful nature that Bumblebee had in the film. I do wish, though, that they gave him his little sword instead of the gun, but it's okay. It's a negative, but it doesn't ruin anything. In my opinion, this is well worth picking up. So, all that being said, if the off-road version of Bumblebee is a figure that you would like to add to your collection, he is hitting various retail locations right now. So if you're looking for him, good luck and happy hunting. Or as always, you can go online at places such as Big Bad Toy Store or Amazon. For that, I'll put links right down in the video description where you can check out availability on this guy as well as the rest of the wide range of Transformer figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate if you would do one small thing for me. And that's just to simply hit that little thumbs up button. That one very small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. Also want to send a huge shout out to all of my patrons who, through their continued support, now more than ever help to make reviews like this possible. And as always, remember, the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.